What's your emergency?
My boyfriend's been shot multiple times. He's bleeding out through the abdomen. He's becoming unresponsive. His eyes are open and he's making noises, but he's stable.
On November 5th, 2020, authorities arrived at a scene that was truly shocking. Police found the victims unresponsive, with little chance to intervene before the killer struck.
Police department, anybody inside, come out with your hands up. Go ahead and step in, clear that, make sure there's nobody behind the door.
Who is this? That is Linda. Willie! Willie!
Check his pulse.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it in his wrist. He moved his head one time, but I haven't seen him move since.
Hold him completely over. I don't feel one.
Willie!
I think they're both gone.
The next day, just 2 miles from the first crime, another shooting occurred. The attacks continued, spreading fear across the area.
Somebody just shot you.
That's right.
All right, where are you?
He's in the apartment.
Then, on the third day, a breakthrough came from an unexpected source, a 10-year-old boy who had witnessed the shooter in action.
I got a 10-year-old boy that says he saw everything, that he saw the whole thing happen. His mom's going to get him now.
His clear recollection of the events gave detectives a crucial lead. Following his information, investigators uncovered a motive so unusual and shocking that it left the entire department stunned. What started as a string of terrifying, seemingly random attacks suddenly had a path forward. But with such a bizarre motive, the question remained: could they truly have predicted who would be targeted next? The violent events began on the evening of November 5th, 2020, at 7:58 p.m., when a frantic call reached emergency services.
Who shot him?
I don't know.
How many times was he shot?
I don't know. It's about six gunshots. I don't know. I can't see it. I want to move him. Can I look?
Is he still breathing?
Yes, he's still a little bit. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, baby.
Is he conscious now?
His eyes are open and he's making noises, but he's stable.
The caller was panicked, unable to clearly explain what had happened. Reports mentioned multiple gunshots, possibly 6, and the victim's condition was uncertain. When officers arrived, they were confronted with a shocking and chaotic scene. Police quickly secured the area, putting up crime scene tape and ordering everyone outside to ensure the scene was clear.
I need crime scene tape up. I need CID en route. Go ahead and cancel anybody else en route over here. Start combing the area. I'll get you a bolo here in just a second. There's one there, one up here. All right.
Feels like you got this light.
I need EMS out here, 1018.
Okay, I'm going to head off.
Huh? We need to clear the inside. Ma'am, I need you to step outside. That's fine. I need you outside.
Officers systematically searched the house, checking every room, including bathrooms and hidden corners. Once the search was complete, attention turned to the victims.
Step down here, please.
Yes, I did the bullet right
That's fine. Step out there. Police department. 10-3, clearing the residence. I'm holding here. Police department, anybody inside, come out with your hands up. Got a room here to the left, I'm going to the right.
On the left, don't work right.
Clear here?
That's clear.
Where would you go for?
What's up, me? That's bathroom.
Sheriff's office, anybody in here? Doing PD? Go ahead and step in, clear that, make sure there's nobody behind the door. I'm with you. Can you go in?
Bathroom there. I can come in. Hold up. Good right. All right, come in, Gary. Yeah.
Can you see back here on this back side?
Hey, we're clear. That's all, Philip.
All right.
Come on. Clear.
All right, clear coming out.
Clear.
All right, I need everybody outside.
Yeah.
We'll hold this from CID.
Inside the house, officers found 39-year-old Willie Bowie and 43-year-old Kevin Robbins, both gravely injured from gunshots and covered in blood. Willie's body had been found lying in the driveway, motionless and cold, while Kevin had been on the back deck, also beyond help.
Who is this? That is Linda. Willie! Willie! Yes. Willie! Willie! Willie!
Watching his head move one time.
Willie! Willie!
109 on the porch, is this guy?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Check his pulse.
I'm trying to find it. I didn't get it in his wrist. He moved his head one time, but I haven't seen him move since.
Hold him completely over. I don't feel one.
Willie! Willie! Willie!
I think they're both gone.
Crime scene technicians began collecting evidence. finding bullet casings scattered throughout the property, a clear sign that multiple shots had been fired. The police soon spoke with a woman who had been inside the house, identified as Kevin's girlfriend.
You see any shell cases anywhere? At all?
Actual round up here on the porch.
Okay.
Projectiles? I had 2 projectiles up there, though.
Who's your caller?
I think the white female that's out here.
I'm gonna get with her then we can get him down info.
Though in shock, she was able to recount what happened. Earlier that evening, she had been busy with home renovations when a man named Willie entered to charge his phone.
My boyfriend, Kevin, is the white victim. My boyfriend, we're remodeling and redoing the inside of the house. He took the door off, our bedroom door off the hinges, and took it on the back porch to work on it. He had listening to headphones. A few minutes later, about 10, 15 minutes after he went outside, Mr. Buzz had come in and asked if he could charge his phone. He handed me the phone, and I charged the phone. I'm going to hang out here with Kevin for a few, if that's okay.
So then he gave you the phone and he walked out on the back porch with Kevin?
Yes, and then about 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, first gunshot. There was a sound, and then it's like 5 or 6 more. It's like boom, 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 boom. I heard Kevin, my boyfriend, hit the door, and I ran outside, and he was trying to talk. You know, he knew it, he knows it, he knew it, did it, but
Did you see anybody outside with him?
no, but
Do you know if Kevin or Willie were having a beef with anybody?
Kevin doesn't really have a beef with anybody.
Minutes later, Kevin went outside to meet Willie, and shortly after, gunfire erupted. The woman had no idea why anyone would target Kevin, as he had no known enemies and had not been involved in conflicts. The suddenness of the attack left investigators puzzled. With no immediate suspect, police began speaking with neighbors. A breakthrough came when one neighbor mentioned a man named Riley, who had a criminal record and a known temper. Riley's past made him a person of interest in the investigation.
2 nights ago, the neighbor came up here and said, I got bicycles, I said, I got stolen from Walmart. I don't ride bikes or anything. And he said, well, I got them from Walmart. Okay, so they were doing a transaction tonight. Now here's another thing. Rob also had an ongoing dispute with Jimbo. They had words a lot lately.
Okay.
But he didn't say you say it's obviously bicycles, and those bikes, 3 of them, to rob those bikes. Got an against criminal record, injured in prison, got up injured in prison. So when Jimbo said I stole these bikes from Walmart, he was a bit too scared of robbing his ass over from.
He had recently been released from jail, and police brought him in for questioning to see if his account matched the events of that night. Riley claimed to have been nearby, but there was no evidence linking him to the shootings. Despite being questioned extensively, the details he provided did not tie him to the crime scene.
I still don't know what happened. I know what they're saying. But what do you know what they're saying? Let's just go with that. They just tell me somebody walked up, knocked on the door, and went to shoot. They ended up shooting Jimbo and then the white guy. Yeah. Next thing I know, they were saying I'm the one doing the shooting. I ain't been on that side of town that day, period. Yeah. And I told them, you can pull every damn video you got from Bullsboro Drive, from racetrack all the way up to damn KFC and motels all in between there. You'll see me all day long.
Investigators noted his confidence in listing potential locations for surveillance checks, but nothing connected him to the murders.
Yeah, me and Kevin had an argument a couple of weeks before that. And I went over there because Kevin wanted me to bring a bike over there that he was going to get his mother to buy for AG and Yama. So I went over to check and see if he was going to buy the bike or whatever. And Kevin was on the porch. He saw me coming up on the porch. He said, we ain't having no company. Don't want you around here. I walked back down, got on my bike and all that, man. Been back to that house since. But, he was acting like a real... I said, why you do that? Kevin is this cocky guy. Nobody's better than him. He's better than anybody.
While police continued to follow leads and interview witnesses, no solid evidence emerged. The investigation stalled, leaving authorities with frustrating gaps in the case. Tragically, before they could recover any meaningful information, the killer struck again, more violently than before, showing no regard for law or human life. The events of that night highlighted both the suddenness of violent crime and the difficulty in solving it when there are few witnesses and limited evidence. The loss of Willie Bowie and Kevin Robbins was devastating, and the investigation quickly became a race against time to prevent further tragedies.
It's just one of the type guys. Well, I let it go at that. And that was it. I walked away from it. Let's see. I hadn't been back to that house yet. Yeah, Everybody screaming, I did it. What reason I gotta kill anybody? That's just who I am. I'm a country boy. We can get out there and we can knuckle up and you. I know you're wrong.
On November 7th at 5:24 p.m., police received another urgent call, this time from Eastgate Apartments on Dowell Street.
County 911, operator 77. What is your emergency? Okay, all right, I can't hear you, okay? You got to stop screaming. Tell me. Okay, what happened?
Somebody just shot me in the room.
Somebody just shot you.
That's right.
Okay. All right, where are you? Where are you?
Eastgate Apartment. Eastgate Apartment.
A man had been shot in the parking lot, marking the second violent incident in the area within days. The quick succession of attacks sent shockwaves through the community, leaving residents terrified and uncertain of who might be targeted next.
65 turning on the document. Is there any more details?
Negative, just been a male is lying in the street.
EMS 1018. Looks like gunshot wound to the chest. Back up, back up, back up. The ambulance is on the way. They're working him. They're working him. Come on, back up over here for me.
Officers arrived immediately, working to both assist the victim and control the growing crowd. The man, later identified as Warner Mandrill Parks, had been shot at close range.
You want to go that way? Let him in. Come on.
No, you're nothing.
Right, now we need to get the rescue truck because we got to load and go.
Okay.
Is that really his son? What's his name?
Mandrill Parks.
He got hit by a car. He got shot. Who shot him?
Sadly, he was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital. Investigators combed the scene for clues, determined to find any connection to the earlier killings.
I know it's a shot in the dark right now, but anybody that's willing to talk, get their information.
At the site, police discovered shell casings scattered on the ground, similar to those found at the previous crime scene. This suggested the shooter had fired from inside a vehicle and raised the possibility that the same person was responsible for both attacks. Witnesses reported seeing a gray or silver vehicle, believed to be a Ford Crown Victoria, speeding away from the scene.
That got me so nervous.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
I went to the mailbox. I'm getting the mail out. He's coming in from the dumpster, and then we were standing there talking. And then about that time, we were walking up, and he said he was hungry. So I said, let's go. I'll make you something to eat. And I didn't see anything, and I just saw his face, and he turned around, and when he did, and he kind of almost had like a smile on his face, like he was going to say hello, and then the guy shot him 2 times, and then about that time, I turned around and saw him. And
So you heard 2 shots?
Yeah, I was right there at it. Okay. It actually hurt my ear.
While the car had been spotted near multiple crime scenes, no one could identify the driver, leaving investigators with limited leads. Despite the challenges, the case began to move forward thanks to an unexpected source, a 10-year-old witness. This young observer provided crucial information that offered investigators their first real breakthrough, reigniting hope that the perpetrator could be identified and held accountable before more violence occurred. As night fell on November 7, 2020, investigators were still struggling to make sense of the recent shootings. Amid the chaos, a surprising lead emerged from an unexpected source, a 10-year-old boy from Eastgate Apartments.
I got a 10-year-old boy that says he saw everything. Said he saw the whole thing happen. His mom's going to get him now.
Okay.
Mom? Yeah, she said she didn't want to bring him out here and all this, but then she said, it doesn't matter, I'll bring him out to you. So I told her just hang out, we'll bring him.
The child had witnessed key details about the second shooting, noticing the silver Ford Crown Victoria and, more importantly, identifying the man behind the wheel. The boy's information gave police their first solid lead in days. He named Nicholas Martez Nelson, a familiar face in the neighborhood whom he had seen before. Nelson was quickly put on the investigators' radar, and further checks confirmed that he owned the Silver Crown Victoria. For the first time, the case seemed to have a possible direction.
Can't wait to count.
I need someone to come to the Motel 6.
Motel 6?
Yeah.
Is it at number Herring Road?
Yes.
Okay, and what's going on?
I think my daughter's in the room, dude.
However, before police could act on this lead, the violence escalated. On November 8th, around 3:30 p.m., authorities were alerted to another scene at a Motel 6 on Numbering Road. When officers arrived, they found a devastated family outside the room. Inside, deputies made a grim discovery.
Let's just back up. Field room. Back up, just. Okay. Do we see guns anywhere?
There's 3 shells over here.
It's gonna be a murder.
Oh, definitely.
3 people had been shot dead. The victims were identified as 32-year-old Tangela Molden, her boyfriend 37-year-old Michael Lang, and their friend 58-year-old Monty James Ballard.
They were saying that my daughter and Mike and that guy that was in Monty said they're in the hotel dead. That's what the street talk was. When they told me that, that's when I knew she was at the hotel. I just didn't know which hotel. So I started looking for her.
Did anybody say any names or any possible suspects?
Not really.
Each showed multiple gunshot wounds, and several shell casings at the scene matched those found at previous crime scenes. Investigators determined the Motel 6 murders had occurred in the early hours of November 6th, remaining undiscovered for over 48 hours. Shockingly, these killings happened between the first 2 attacks, raising chilling questions about the motive and escalating fear over why 6 lives had been taken in such a short span.
There's still that unanswered question as to why? Why do we have to have 6 victims ruthlessly murdered?
The investigation into the shocking November 2020 shootings had grown urgent. Police were working to connect 3 violent attacks that had terrorized the community in just a few days. At each scene, shell casings were found, the same type of car had been seen nearby, and the murders had occurred in unnerving proximity. All signs pointed to a single dangerous individual, but identifying him remained a challenge. On the morning of November 8th, detectives took a major step forward. They spotted Nicholas Martez Nelson's vehicle near a Red Roof Inn, not far from the previous crime scenes. What they hadn't expected was to find Nelson himself. He was casually walking in the parking lot, completely unaware that officers were closing in.
Hey guys. I guess that's the Crown Vic, huh?
Despite being the suspect in multiple murders, Nelson remained unusually calm as police approached and took him into custody. The arrest marked a turning point. For days, the killer had terrorized the town, but now the person responsible was finally in police hands.
Wide. Let him wide. Yep, all the way. There you go.
With Nelson in custody, investigators immediately focused on his car, meticulously searching for evidence that could link him to the crimes. Inside, they discovered a backpack containing a gun magazine fully loaded with bullets.
We found, during the search on his car, the backpack, finding the magazine of one of the guns that still had bullets in it, and they were the same caliber, same brand, being able to put it together to make that match. It's all coming back to him.
Ballistics tests would later confirm that the bullets matched those used in all 3 shootings, establishing a direct connection between Nelson and the murders. Even with this evidence, Nelson initially denied any involvement. He claimed his vehicle had been stolen and insisted that someone else must have carried out the killings. Despite his calm exterior, officers pressed on, confronting him with a growing mountain of proof.
So come. You know, Mandrell Parks?
Yeah, I know Mandrell.
Well, you know Mandrell's dead, right?
I don't. I've been over there. I don't know that.
So, why's everyone telling us that you pulled the trigger?
Yeah, you ain't pull your name out no damn magic hat.
Surveillance footage placed his car at the Eastgate Apartments at the exact time of the second shooting, and multiple eyewitness accounts tied him to the scene.
Hi, Miss Bell. You told me haven't been over in Eastgate, right? I got a question for you. Why were you in Eastgate at 1725 right when the shooting happened? We got on video, man.
It wasn't me, bro.
Then who had your car?
That's not your car?
That wasn't me.
That's not your car?
Oh, that wasn't me.
Then who had your car?
Yeah, who had your car?
That wasn't me.
Who had your car then?
I don't know. That wasn't me, though.
The combination of visual evidence, shell casings, and ballistics made it impossible for him to continue denying his involvement. During early questioning, Nelson remained eerily composed, offering little insight into his motive. Detectives struggled to understand why someone would commit such random and brutal acts of violence.
I got one job. It's real simple. Do justice. Do what's right. Right now, what I got Mr. Parks dead. I got an entire apartment complex with your name. We got you telling us that you ain't been over there at all. But we got a video of your car over there.
All right. It's all pointing at you, Bo. It's all pointing at you. Your car, your name. Folks over there seeing you. I mean, there are people do, so. You willing to accept that? Yeah, I do. All right. Sit tight just a minute. We'll get you out of here. Just so you know, you are being placed under arrest and you are being charged for murder. Okay?
Then, as hours passed and evidence mounted, the pressure began to break through his outward calm. By the following day, a second round of interrogation revealed more about the horrific sequence of events.
Well, Nick, could you go crazy and just go out here and shoot Mandel and shoot those people, that house over there on East Broad Street, and then go to the hotel room and just flip out and shoot them? Because you got strung out on dope or what? I'm just asking you, is that what happened?
Yeah.
There's evidence at Eastgate. There's evidence at at the house on East Broad Street. And there's evidence at this hotel room that tells us that they're all related, that all these murders are related, okay? That all the evidence that we have in the Eastgate is pointing to you. And I'm just asking you to tell me what happened to Manuel and what happened with the lieutenant.
You're really not fitting man.
You know all them, right?
You know.
You don't know Tans?
Money.
Okay. You know Tans though, right?
Yeah.
You know Michael? Michael Lang?
Yeah.
Nelson admitted to committing the shootings at East Broad Street and the Eastgate apartments, explaining that he had been under the influence of drugs at the time. He described a drug-fueled state that impaired his judgment and contributed to a total loss of control. While he acknowledged targeting certain individuals, his account was inconsistent. He identified Tangela Molden, a victim at the Motel 6, as his first cousin, and Michael Lang, another Motel 6 victim, as a friend. He claimed no knowledge of Monty James Ballard, the third victim at the motel. Investigators theorized that Nelson's drug use and unstable mental state were central to the violence. He described hearing voices which he claimed drove him to commit the murders, but police found no evidence to support this explanation. Instead, the evidence suggested that his actions were deliberate and methodical, carried out during a period of intense drug influence and impaired judgment.
Say, I hear stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Did a voice tell you to do it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's good. We do a lot of stuff, but
But the voices tell you to come on, don't let's move over there. Just walk straight at your house. And then you can tell. You come this way. They did? Did you know that white guy fell?
yeah.
They said his name was Kevin. Did Bussy double cross you?
Who?
Willie Bussy.
Who really busted?
You don't know where
I don't.
The first victims, Willie Bowie and Kevin Robbins, appeared to be random targets with no known conflicts or enemies, making them innocent bystanders in Nelson's violent spree. His attacks escalated from a residential neighborhood to Eastgate Apartments and then Motel 6, leaving multiple victims at each location. Recovered shell casings revealed a consistent pattern, linking all 6 murders. Ballistics confirmed the bullets matched weapons found in Nelson's possession, and ammunition in his backpack corresponded to every shooting. Surveillance footage and eyewitness accounts placed his car at the scenes, allowing investigators to reconstruct his movements and confirm all murders were connected and deliberate. Despite overwhelming evidence, Nelson initially denied responsibility, his calm demeanor showing little awareness of the lives he had destroyed. Detectives pressed him, reconstructing the sequence of events. First the East Broad Street shootings, then Eastgate Apartments, and finally the Motel 6 murders. At Motel 6, Tangela Molden, 32, Her boyfriend Michael Lang, 37, and friend Monty James Ballard, 58, were all shot multiple times. Shell casings matched those from Nelson's vehicle and earlier crime scenes, confirming a single perpetrator.
You look at this human being and they're flat, they have no emotion, they don't seem to care. Haunts us sometimes that, you know, there are people out there that will do evil acts for no simple reason other than just because.
Based off the evidence, we believe Nick Nelson was the cold-blooded killer.
He woke up that day and chose violence. Kevin or Mr. Bussey may have actually just been an innocent bystander in this and just got caught up in the gunfire, unfortunately.
These murders occurred in the early hours of November 6th, but remained undiscovered for over 48 hours, placing them between the first two killings. Detectives also worked to understand the relationships between Nelson and the victims. Tangela Molden was his first cousin, Michael Lang was a friend, and Monty Ballard was unknown to him. This lack of direct motive for some victims added to the horror, showing that Nelson's actions were not targeted but indiscriminately violent. His drug use and mental instability were likely factors that contributed to his decision to commit these murders, leaving investigators to grapple with the randomness of his violence. Ultimately, Nelson's confessions, combined with the physical evidence, surveillance footage, and eyewitness accounts, solidified the case. He admitted to being at each crime scene while under the influence of drugs, and all 6 murders were tied directly to him. Authorities concluded that his drug use, impaired judgment, and lack of control had driven him to commit an unimaginable string of violent acts, leaving 6 families devastated and a community in fear. The timeline of Nelson's crimes spanned just a few days, yet the impact was devastating. The initial murders of Willie Bowie and Kevin Robbins, followed by the Eastgate Apartments shooting and the Motel 6 triple homicide, created a nightmare scenario for the town. Investigators credited a 10-year-old witness for providing the critical tip that led them to Nicholas Nelson. Without the child's observations, the killer may have continued his rampage unchecked, and justice for the victims could have been delayed or denied. After his arrest, Nicholas Martez Nelson faced a lengthy legal battle. Authorities gathered extensive evidence, including ballistics, surveillance footage, and witness statements, to ensure that his guilt could not be disputed. The combination of physical proof and Nelson's own admissions created a strong and irrefutable case against him. Finally, in February 2023, after years of legal proceedings, Nelson was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The court recognized the severity of his crimes and the profound impact on the victims' families. His actions left a permanent mark on the community of Non, demonstrating the devastating consequences of drug-fueled violence and unchecked aggression. The story of Nicholas Martez Nelson shows how quickly one person's actions can devastate lives. 6 families were shattered and a community lived in fear. The case highlights the importance of evidence, eyewitnesses, and community vigilance, especially the 10-year-old who helped crack it. Nelson's drug use, instability, and aggression fueled his violent spree, but thorough police work ensured justice. While the impact of his crimes remains, his arrest and conviction brought closure. This case reminds us that vigilance and courage are essential in combating violent crime. Subscribe, like, and comment to explore more real-life mysteries.